Okay, now we're going to look at finding the gradient and the y-intercept from a straight line if you have been given it in a form such as this. So it's not in the form we normally see, which is y equals mx plus c. We've been given it rearranged a little bit differently and we have to rearrange it. So for our first example, we've got 2y plus 3x equals 8. So our aim, like I was just saying, is to get that into the form y equals mx plus c. If we can get it to look like that, then whatever number is attached to the x, that will be your gradient, and then whichever number is here, the plus c, that's going to be your y-intercept. So let's have a look at 2y plus 3x equals 8. So if we compare this with the y equals mx plus c, right now we've got a 2y plus 3x on the left-hand side, when actually all we want is a y. So we're going to start by getting rid of this 3x on that side. So if you take 3x away from that side, you have to also take 3x away from the other side. So 3x take away 3x, it's gone from this side. We've just got 2y left, equals, and then we've got 8 and minus 3x on this side. Now, just so that we keep it in the order that we want over here, I'm actually going to write the minus 3x first. Minus 3x plus 8. So as you can see, this is already a little bit closer to the y equals mx plus c. The only thing that's stopping that is this 2 that's attached to the y. So that 2 being attached to the y means 2y, 2 times y. So the opposite of timesing by 2, the way to get rid of it on that side is to divide by 2. So if you divide that term by 2, you actually have to divide all of the terms by 2. So you're going to divide the 3x by 2 and the 8 by 2. Okay, so let's do that. 2y divided by 2 is just y equals negative 3 divided by 2. We're going to have negative 3 over 2x, and it's fine just to leave it as the fraction. 8 divided by 2 is just plus 4. Okay, now we've got it in the form that we're looking for. Y equals a number times x, which is your gradient, plus c. So if you were then asked to write down what the gradient are in the y-intercept, it's good just to state the gradient, m equals negative 3 over 2. The gradient is that. And your y-intercept, 4 is your c value, so your y-intercept, where it actually crosses, is the coordinate 0, 4. And that's you. You've found the gradient and the y-intercept from the straight line equation you were given. Okay, let's try another one. So this time we're going to do 3y minus 4x equals 9. And we've been given the straight line equation in this form, and the question is asking us to find the gradient and the y-intercept. So what we want to do is rearrange that into the form that we know how to read it off. So it's always handy just to write at the side y equals mx plus c, just to remind you what you're aiming for. So let's look back here. We only want y on this side, but right now we have 3y minus 4x. So let's deal with 4x first. So if we've got a minus 4x to move it over, we've got to add 4x to cancel it out or to balance it, and add 4x onto that side. So we've only got, those have gone to 0. So we've got 3y left on the left-hand side, equals, and we have a 4x and a positive 9. So I'm going to write it again in the order that we've got here. 4x plus 9. All right, then to get that y by itself, right now we've got 3 times y. So we have to do the opposite. We need to divide by y to get it to, divide by 3, sorry, to get it back to y. So divide by 3 there, you have to divide them all by 3, every term. 3y divided by 3 is y, which equals 4 divided by 3, we're going to just leave as a fraction, 4 over 3x, plus 9 divided by 3, 9 divided by 3 is just 3, so we've got plus 3. And that's you got it in the form y equals mx plus c. So you can write down that the gradient is 4/3. And the y-intercept, the c value is 3, so the y-intercept is 0,3. And that's you for that one. Okay, I'm going to do one more example in the video and then you can try some of these yourself. So last one I am going to do very similar. So if you want to pause the video and try it yourself, you can do that. Otherwise, if you want to still follow, that's absolutely fine. So 4y plus 2x equals 16, and we want to find the gradient and the y-intercept. So again, let's write it the side. Y equals mx plus c, that's what we're aiming for. Okay, so 4y plus 2x, whereas we only want y, we're going to take away that 2x to begin with. Take away 2x from that side, you take away 2x from the other side. So you're only left with 4y on the left-hand side equals negative 2x plus 16 on that side. If you were to write 16 minus 2x, that is still correct. I'm just putting it into this form that we know with the x first. Okay, then you've got 4y, so we need to divide by 4. If you divide that term by 4, you have to divide all of them by 4. 4y divided by 4 is just y equals, so we've got negative 2/4, we've divided by 4, x, plus 16 divided by 4, which is 4. And just because we can simplify that fraction, we're going to do one more line this time. So y equals, and 2/4 is the same as a half. So we're going to do negative a half x plus 4. So that's you got your equation into the form y equals mx plus c. So now we can write down that the gradient is negative a half and the y-intercept, our c value is 4, so the y-intercept is 0, 4. And that's you finding the gradient and the y-intercept by rearranging the equation of the straight line. So maybe you can try some yourself.